Okay, so let's get this going. You might be hearing some squawks. We've got crows in the trees now. It is fall, and so it is actually September, and it decided all of a sudden this morning to get chilly and to bring the crows in. So, and if you look around, there is a fog this morning, which I think gradually came in this morning. When I came out here earlier, it wasn't this bad, and it's, I think, just gradually kind of rolled its way in, and so I think that will really affect my mood today. And I see it rolling in. It's just like I see the clouds just kind of rolling into the yard, and so it can be really cool to watch things like this, but it really does affect our moods. Interruptions. Always have to check on the kids. So talking about that, every morning or so, we always ask, how are you feeling? How are you doing? My kids have recently just been waking up and they're like, my stomach hurts. And there's been no sickness, but it's just, I think my kids, they just get that way. And so they eat some breakfast. It could be just they're hungry and they can't realize that it's hungry, but they seem to be fine the rest of the day. We have a car racing by. And I mean, they race by around here. So I thought I would I do it with myself as much as I do my kids, of a check-in of myself and how I'm doing and how I'm feeling and how I'm getting by. So sometimes we just gotta relook and reevaluate and retry some things. So this week I did try a new schedule. I felt like we were doing a lot of rushing, so we are just in this time of season where we are changing seasons, and in the Bible it says that God is with us in all season, and you know, seasons change and we all change, and we have to reevaluate how we are. That's what we're doing today, and so I hope I don't bore everybody. You might actually learn something about me. And so this morning you're going to hear the kids calling a kitty cat. There is a new kitty cat in our yard somewhere, or our neighborhood. And they played with it all day yesterday. They fed it milk, they fed it tuna, and
we fed it milk.
And now they've been looking for it. So I think Isabella's going to be chilly today in shorts.
I got shorts too.
And Josiah, I'm sitting. I have my long pants on, my sweater on, and my rain boots. So we are outside. We try to do this every morning. I think it kind of helps our day a little bit, but unfortunately it's becoming fall, and I don't think it's going to help us much longer. Unfortunately. But we did change the schedule, and we'll just see how it goes. There goes the birds. They're going to switch trees now. They'll come back. And so the kids are running around the yard going meow, meow, Pearl, kitty, 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 kitty. And so you'll hear them doing that. And I am going to just sit here and soak in cloud. A fog. Because I think that's kind of where I've been. I've been kind of in a fog. And I think I've been kind of like just rolling with the punches. Just whatever comes, we go with. And whatever God gives us, we just kind of deal with. And we just roll with the punches, and whatever God gives us, we just keep on going. Because you never know when the season will change again. You could be in the middle of your winter, you could be in the middle of summer, and just things change. And everybody's always asking, how I'm doing and how things are going. And truthfully, I feel like every single day, things are changing. So sometimes in the homeschooling realm, it could be an hourly change. 1 minute Josiah can be happy, and the next minute he can be sad and angry. And so we just kind of roll with the punches. And so like last week I came home from Indiana, and I had went to go put the printer in to the car, and ink poured all down my favorite outfit that I was wearing home because it was comfortable, but it was still appropriate to wear in public. And I feel like that's kind of how I feel sometimes. It's just okay. And I was mad, and I was just feeling like everything was bombarding on me. And I cleaned it up. Well, no, not really. You guys might see me in them. It's my favorite orange shirt, which is on my Facebook profile page. If you look at it, that whole outfit that I have on that page, I think, is the outfit that I was wearing. And here comes the concrete truck, so sorry for the noise that's going to come. We have a concrete company just on the other side of the cornfield here behind our house, and so they come rolling by, and we hear this all day long. And so anyways, I scrubbed it up. I tried the best I could, and it is just what it is, Everybody said throw it out. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make something out of this, maybe I can tuck in the shirt. Maybe I can wear it on a mama day where I'm not going out in public and it's so comfy. And my capris that I was wearing, I could use as like garden capris where I can go get dirty in the garden or the chicken coop and clean it up in my capris and not have to worry about, oh, I just got my pants all yucky. Because they're stained and they won't be worn out in public. So they're not horrible. The pants aren't. The shirt is. The pants is just faded. It's really like where it's at is kind of faded down. So anyways, then this week we got home, and my husband went to take the van that I just got home in just a few days before. He took it, and he was going to go get a shower door for the 3/4 bathroom, and well, the van broke down. So another season to go through again. I think we do this every year where something breaks down, and we are letting our oldest one, he's about 20, and we're letting him use the car. The van's broken down, and my husband's driving the big truck to work, which costs us a fortune for him to drive in gas. So, we are again with only bikes in the driveway. So, it is what it is. I can't get out until my husband makes it home. And so today we have 4-H. We are going to start a new season today in the 4-H. It's tree rain. It's supposed to rain later in a few hours, but right now we have tree rain, moisture from the trees dropping on us. Anyways, so I am starting a new season with that. I'm hoping that my daughter likes it. I don't think Josiah will go for it, but we'll see. And we're just going to try something new, something different. I have realized that I have been in a season of I just don't want to do anything too big. I think I've done things too big, but I don't want to get my kids into anything too big. We had a spell where some things happened and we didn't know where life was taking us. And Mama went into tucking my little chickies under my wings and just dealing with what life is giving us. And I couldn't deal with putting my kids into something and not following through with it, not continuing with it. And so I tucked my kids under my wings and just saw where life was heading us, and that's where we were headed. We were at a season where we did no sports, we did no clubs, we did no extra activities, but if it was free, and we could go to it for the day. So that's what we did, and that's where we've been for maybe about 2 years now. And I think it's time for the kids to actually go do something, get into something, learn some teamwork, learn some different activities. And I think I'm going to start with 4-H today. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to look into my agenda, get my stuff ready for the day, and I will check in with some more things in a little bit. But that's just where we are. We're about to go into devotion ourselves. So there might be some things that you need prayers for or you kind of connect with. And maybe you could just send me a line and send me a message. My kids are running over things with their bikes. Sorry. And that's my boy for you. So if you have anything that you need prayers for or anything, just, let me know. Send it down below if you need some extra prayers or some uplift or anything like that. Or you can private message me if you're a close friend and you're my friend. If not, well, become friends with me. I don't care. So let's just keep each other in our thoughts and in our mind, and let's keep on rolling with this day. I will be back. All right, so we just got devotion done, and I got cold, so I came in, but the kids wanted to stay outside and look for the cat. We thought we heard it, and so they're going to go search in the pine trees in the back of the yard and see if it's back there. I came in, I normally come in before them, and start with the laundry and printing off a couple of things that we might need from our morning basket time, which I got from a lot of ladies off of YouTube that they do a morning basket. We did the same kind of things, but we didn't do a basket. We were doing it in the classroom, and so I decided I was going to bring that all out here in the living room because our classroom has no windows, and I think that was some of my issue of feeling like dread and discouraged and kids always fighting and kids always just out to kill each other. We needed sunlight. So I have pulled us out here for the morning time in hopes that that might help us out. And then the kids go into the classroom later and they try to do the rest of their work as quick as they can so they can get out of there. So anyways, I was going to spend a couple minutes here before I go and start the laundry and anything else that I'm going to go around and do. Some people know that my family has certain things going on, so I was going to give some updates on those certain things. One is my husband, which because it deals with my husband, I am not going to give too much information. But for those that know, what I will give is he's got a stomach issue, and so it has continued, and he's going to be seeing a doctor eventually. And he has seen a doctor once, but he's just got to go again, which he's supposed to do from time to time, and it's time, and he's told me he needs to go see the doctor again. So he will be doing that. Give prayer for that, because he can easily go into cancer. So we have been dealing with this probably 4 or 5 years. And so it's been heavy on my heart for those that have cancer. I understand if you have like loved ones that have cancer, you just don't ever know. And he doesn't have cancer yet, but this one thing that he has can easily go into cancer. So even though we haven't had cancer yet come out of it, I have that just inside me that, you know, those that have cancer, it can hit hard. And I perfectly understand you guys. So we are going to keep on rolling, because I don't want to give too much information. But just, you know, if that's something you go through, you can perfectly down below, you know, shout out, you know, what's going on with you if you want. Because it's not my situation and my husband's more private, I'm not going to go into detail. So please just pray for him and us. And I don't even know if the kids know much about it. I know they know that Daddy has a stomach situation, but I think that's all they have known. So I don't even think the kids will even talk about it. So if you wanted to know something else about me, that's something I kind of talk to certain people about. Especially those that do have stomach issues, for recipes. I love recipes. Anything that is, you know, like healthy eating, vegan-like. He can't have any cow, and he can't have any cow, and he can't have any pig, basically. So he can't have a lot of milk. He can't have a lot of cheeses. He can't have greasy steaks and greasy pig or any of those things. Pizza, because it has the cheese and the meat on it, that affects him. So hamburger, that will affect him. So we have tried to figure out different recipes. And anything with mushrooms, I'm good with. You know, like I do tacos with mushrooms. I do spaghetti with mushrooms. I mean, like, guys, you can help me out. I need some new recipes, and I have done vegan recipes of every sort. So I'm going to leave that there. I will probably give you guys recipes if you give me recipes. So yeah. So I'm going to go get some laundry done and some papers printed for the kids for their morning stuff. So I will be back. Okay, guys, so it's lunchtime, and the kids are out in the living room, actually dining room, eating lunch, and has the TV on. So if you hear crashes and weird sounds while I'm talking, that's what you're hearing. So I'm allowing them to watch their one show during lunchtime, and then after they get done eating and cleaning up their messes, then they have to go back outside. They've done PE outside this morning, and then we did science, history, geography, and I call it Life 101. We did some sewing this morning. I taught them some sewing. And I'm trying to think. Then we came into the classroom, and Josiah worked on his writing, and Isabel worked on her math, and we were running a little bit behind. So we did not get to Josiah's spelling to work on his list this morning. So when it comes to study hall, I have a built-in time called study hall every day, sometimes twice a day, where I can fluff my time into it's the end of the day, where if he's not completely done or she's not completely done or we didn't cover something, at that time I will cover it and we will do that then. And that also includes that we didn't finish our geography. They've got things cut out. We just need to write things down now. So I've got to fly. Sorry. Shoo. I'm not shooing you away. I'm shooing the fly away. So those are the things that we've done this morning to get my mind wrapped around how I am and things that are going on with us. Schooling this week seems to be really good. There hasn't been much fighting. It's kind of my peace place right now this week. I call that maybe a calm before the storm. I hope not, but sometimes it feels like that, like what's to come. We do get at times like feel like there's rush in our school, but it kind of slows down after a few minutes and everybody gets back into the groove of things. So after lunch, there'll probably be a moment where there's some craziness. I don't know if you guys look at the Enneagram. I am a peacemaker, a number 9, with a number 2, which is the helper. So I don't like chaos. I don't like craziness. It actually makes it hard on me to have craziness. So I'm a little bit more peace, no fight, keep it calm, easy going kind of person. If a room's too busy, which I have felt like this recently, that if this room feels a little too busy for me and a little too crazy, it's been actually overwhelming for me. And I think that's just kids stuff. You know, they've got a little bit of everything and we got a small room. The books actually don't bother me, which you would think that many above my head might bother me. But I think it's just little things everywhere. And so I'm hoping, if you haven't heard, we are going to be moving in the next few months. We are putting on the market this house at the end of this month, and then we are moving into town. We're not moving far right now, into town to our old house, and it's gonna start a process of us getting out of Illinois. We love the people here. This is where Justin grew up, and so he's going to be leaving family behind, and we are in the process of finding a warmer climate, and a place where we can do homeschooling and not have too much on us of homeschooling, and just a place we can settle, I hope. I've moved so much. I was hoping and this place would be my stopping grounds where I could stop and grow old. No, I don't think that's it. So keep us in mind as we go through this next process of life, the next season of life. An easier transition than the last time we moved to this house from that house. We have had a crazy year when we did that. Actually, it was like a year and somewhat months. We lived in boxes, not knowing when moving was going to happen. And is it this week? Nope, it's not this week. So we have that coming up. We're looking at that in October, November, December, hopefully not January. So I'm hoping we can decide where we're going to be at exactly for the winter time and settle and not have to move. I do not want to move in Illinois in the middle of winter. That is just done. Let me be in the middle of winter, okay? I am like a bear. I hibernate. I've already got my sweater on, and it's just the beginning of fall. Imagine what I look like in the middle of winter. I do put blankets all over me. And I dress up in blankets. So that's coming, and I'm dreading the winter. If I haven't said, or if you haven't seen the videos before this, we are going to our homeschooling camp. It's a family camp. It's actually my husband. He's not a sociable kind of person. He's an introvert, and so he will not be going. Plus he's got work, plus he's got this house to get. So it's not the season for him. And he's not a bug person. So I always say God made him and I completely different than the gender we are. Because I'm an outdoors person. I like to get in the dirt. I love to go camping and play basketball and sports. And, well, yeah, he's not. He doesn't like bugs. He rather go shopping. My husband goes shopping much longer than I do. I'm in and out, and he's one that's, 4 hours, 5 hours sometimes. Yeah, it's okay. God made us different for a reason. And we are obviously not the gender that God made us. He is the cook of the family, but I do most of the cooking. And so I'd rather go do something else, but I have set meals. Like, this is my meals I'm making. Like, I have to have the recipe or know exactly how to make it. He's like, okay, we'll try a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then it comes out tasting like peaches and pies, like the best of the best. So, all right. So, anything else that's going on? So we're kind of living in transition due to the whole moving thing and camp and all that coming. We've got boxes and cleaning out and organizing and taking things down to the minimums, and I just feel like sometimes that can, because I'm a peaceable person, that's not quite calm to me. And so living in boxes is just, I don't like it. And so we're about to go into that, and we've started a little bit of transitioning things and packing things mostly for camp, and that's going on. I feel like I've shared a lot. We have homeschooling co-op going on, which I'm teaching 2 classes this year. In a preschool show and tell class, which covers science and taking science back to God kind of way. Let's put it that way. It's preschool level, so easy peasy pumpkin cheesy. Don't overdo it. It's one class I've taught many times, and I didn't think I was going to have any kids in it this year, and I happen to have 2, so that's a blessing. The class, though, that I thought was going to maybe have a little bit more was my architectural class. I actually have a degree in architectural drafting and design, and I was teaching that class last year, and I had a lot more students, and this year there was none. And then the other class I'm teaching is typing, and that's for upper elementary into junior high ages. And I have mostly elementary. It is, I have 5, including my own daughter. That class turned out really good, and yeah. So, anything else? I don't think so. Mom is going with me to camp this year. I've probably said that in past videos, and so this will be her first time. And so that will be a little different. And then my kids still haven't found Kitty Cat, so hope that Kitty Cat finally arrives and we can take care of Kitty Cat because, well, a stray cat is better than a paid cat, and a lot going on, and they need some peace. And my daughter loves animals, so that is what she will be all attracted to. I feel tired all of a sudden. And so we will stop there. I will come back and I will share some more. As my day keeps going, I can think of what else I have going on. Oh, I'll be back. All right, so we are back. And it's surprising that this happened on the day of a mama check-in. Oh, that's you. I'm like, I hear whistling. That's not good. We have a tornado coming in. At least they're giving a tornado warning. Now, if you know us, we've been almost hit before, a mile away.
Not hit before.
We had damage to our roof the last time.
Not really hit.
And so we are in the basement. And we are listening to the thunder. And we are just playing caution at this point because it's a warning. And we've had sirens go off, and we've had a warning of 10 minutes. So now we could get missed. That does happen. We got missed last time and we were in the basement, but we saw the tornado last time and it shifted directions and went up the road. So I'm going to have crickets and gadgets being played while I talk here, but it gives you a thankfulness of what you do have and what we've had since the last tornado. And we just, last time we prayed to God that he wouldn't hit our house because we were just moving in. And this time we are praying to God that it doesn't fall down because we're going to be moving out. Weird, isn't it? So we are sitting here listening to the outside. And our little cricket that seems like it's like right next to us, because we have crickets in our basement. He might be in our hole, in our sump hole. He seems like he's closer than that though. But anyways, I'm not looking for the cricket. I don't want to even look at the spider webs. They kind of creep me out. So if you want to see an adventure, see me in my basement. Wahahaha. Anyways.
I think it's in my shoe.
No, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, anyways, so we are in the basement. We are praying to God it doesn't hit us. And we are listening to every sound possible. And we've got one over here. He wants to sit in the cobweb zone. And we got one over here that's on the blanket with Mama. We did bring a blanket down. I didn't want to sit in the dirt and the filth. But yeah, it's supposed to hit any minute. And it is just interesting what God gives us and what you have to be thankful for and what comes at just odd times. So we were almost done with school. Almost. We still had, I think, health to finish, and we were going to go into study hall where we could cover any of our rest of our activities so that we may have missed or need to finish or any worksheets to finish. Oh, that's you. I'm like, what's that noise? Sounds like a lawnmower. I'm like, somebody's mowing their yard. So we are in the basement and we are going to give you an update of what happens here as we get done. And the mama check-in day will continue. And we will see what Mama feels like once this is all over. So this gives the excitement to the day, but it also gives a remembrance that God has created this world, and we anything can happen at any time. And just to be ready for it and be thankful for what does happen, that gives you a blessing. Because even bad things can give you blessings. And be thankful for the good things that God gives you, that He doesn't end up hitting your house or anything like that. So, round 2, here we come. We'll be back. All right. So we are back upstairs. The tornado warning has expired, and
Did the tornado even touch the ground?
tornado, it's a funnel cloud until it has touched the ground.
I know. Did it touch the ground?
No, it was just a funnel cloud, which creates it to be a tornado warning, not a tornado watch. Got it? Okay. So anyways, we are back upstairs, and we are getting back to work in the classroom. We'll see what happens. So we played caution and went downstairs anyways, because a funnel cloud can very quickly turn into a tornado. Too many T's. And so we played caution and went downstairs, and just hoped it wouldn't come down. Now, this one was very weird. It had a tornado in one area of the town. Or tornado. A funnel cloud. Sorry, let me correct myself. There was a funnel cloud in one part of the town, and then which was south of town, and then we live north of town, and we were supposed to get hail. Now, when the tornado dissipated, then I say tornado, sorry guys, it's a funnel cloud. When the funnel cloud dissipated, then the hail dissipated too for the most part, but we are getting lots and lots and lots of rain at this point, and lots of lightning, and so they put caution to not going outside because of the lightning. There's so much lightning, but yeah, that's about where we are. We played caution, and always with kids, always have to play caution, because you don't know how long it's going to take them to make it downstairs, first of all. And
how long is it gonna wind about their neck hurting?
my daughter put the blanket over her head just for the fact of she didn't want anything to hit her spinal cord, because we talked about that and how it can happen. So yeah, that's where we are today. I'm thankful that it didn't hit anybody in town, because we went through that once before and we don't need that again. And so we are just praying for those that it's going towards won't get anything either. So we will.
Wait, past us?
It's the funnel cloud is past town now. It's going towards Creston and DeKalb area. Yeah, towards Daddy. So, so hopefully it doesn't come back. But you never know. It is what it is. God only has control over it. Okay? So we are going to finish our school and quit drawing hearts on a worksheet and keep on rolling. From here, we will go into tours and everything else very quickly. So we will keep you in touch. Mama's in a... What mood would I be in?
Destructive mood.
Destructive. I'm not destructive.
Angry.
No.
Okay, mood.
I'm okay. I'm ready to be productive and get things done now. So I'm hoping my kids are productive too and ready to get their work done, because I'm going to be hovering over the top of them. My daughter has to shake the table. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, bye for now. Okay guys, so this is my last little bit for the day. We had a crazy afternoon into evening. My kids had to get their things ready for the homeschool co-op that we go to and get their work done for tonight, for tomorrow. And so we had to rush around and do that. And then while they were finishing up their geography, now normally we are done really early, but because of the whole tornado thing, we got way off track. And so while they worked on their geography and finished that up, then I went and worked on dinner and chores and went around and cleaned up all I could. And then we were, about the time my husband walks through the door, we were rushing off to go to the 4-H meeting. And so I briefly got to see him. So when we went to 4-H, it was a good night and really good for my kids. It was a blessing. My kids actually got to have some fun as a kid, and Isabella got to be voted in as doing games, so she gets to do games, and which is really good for her because she loves games. So she really had a good time, and we'll see how the rest of the time goes. We are now scheduled forever 4-H, if you know how 4-H is. So we are just doing that, and we're just seeing where life goes from here. October, everybody knows me right now has gotten the same answer. What's going on in October? No idea. Really? I mean, we go to camp and we're coming back, and I don't know if we are going to be in one place or another, or homeschooling or not homeschooling. You know what? We get to October, it's not planned. Unfortunately, that's where we are in this season. We were planned all the way until camp, and then after that, I'm kind of like, no idea. So, unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes. It's the season, and luckily we will be like 1/4 of the way through this curriculum. So we do have some fluff weeks that we can build in there. I'm hoping to hold on to those as much as possible for when we go to move. So I'm hoping that if we aren't moving or doing anything with moving or anything with the other house, then I am going to hold those weeks and push those back and maybe do some homeschooling when we get back. But it all depends on how everything goes. So, yeah, one thing after another. That's just how it goes. I hope you got to know me a little bit better, to maybe enjoy my stuff. So catch up with me another week, and I will see you later. Bye for now.